Question number 2. Determine which of the following is a periodic signal. Which of the following is a periodic signal? We need to find the periodic signal. In the question he given the options like combination of two signals. In every option he given the combination of the two signals. So we need to find which one is the periodic signal. We will discuss. First we will see the concept. What is the concept involved in the periodic signal? A signal is said to be a periodic signal x of t when x of t is equal to x of t plus capital T plus or minus capital T. Means a signal is shifted, left shifted or right shifted with the time period t, then it must be equal to the same signal. Then it is called the periodic signal. So it is in case of given in graphical method, we will shift the left shift or right shift, we will decide the periodic nature. But in question he given that combination of the two signals with different frequencies. One is cos, another one is sine. So in this case we will follow the certain procedure to decide the periodicity, whether the signal is periodic or not. We will see that now. If we given the x of t with combination of the two signal x1 of t plus x2 of t, then we need to find individual angular frequencies. For the x1 of t, angular frequency omega 1, for x2 of t, angular frequency is omega 2. Now divide this one by other one, omega 1 by omega 2. If the result is rational number, then the overall signal x of t is periodic signal. If the ratio is omega 1 by omega 2 or omega 2 by omega 1, whichever is comfortable you can do that. If omega 1 by omega 2 is irrational number, then the overall signal is said to be not periodic. Then x of t is said to be not periodic. Not periodic is also called as aperiodic signal. This is the concept. We need to find individual angular frequencies, omega 1 comma omega 2. Individual angular frequencies omega 1 for the first signal, angular frequency omega 2 for the second signal. Now divide this one with another one, we will get the omega 1 by omega 2. If there is a result is a rational number, then the signal is called periodic. If the ratio is irrational number, then it is called not periodic. Also called as aperiodic signal. So now we will jump into our question. Now we will discuss the option A. In option A, here angular frequency is 4, here angular frequency is 5. So omega 1 is 4, for omega 2 it is 5 for option A. Now divide omega 1 by omega 2, that is equal to 4 by 5. It is not a rational number, it is a irrational number. So the given signal option A, x of t is not periodic signal. Now option B. In option B, angular frequency for this 4, angular frequency for the second signal is 8. Angular frequency for the first signal is 4. Angular signal for the second signal is 8. Now divide omega 1 by omega 2. 4 by 8, that is equal to 1 by 2. The ratio is a rational number. Rational number. The ratio is rational number. Then the overall signal x of t given x of t is periodic. Periodic signal. So our option B is correct. Option B is correct. So option B is the right answer for our question. So we will discuss option C and D also. Option C and D. But by seeing the option C, here is unit step function is given. Unit step function is given. Here is sine function is given. These two are the different one. So for this angular frequencies calculation for the unit step is difficult. It is almost 0 because time period is infinity for the unit step signal. So angular frequency is infinity. So for this C and for the D also unit step function is involved. So these two options we will discuss by graphical method. And now I will see the graphical method. Option C and option D. For option C, 4 times of unit step plus 2 sine 3t. Now we will see in graphical method. 4, this is the unit step function with 4 amplitude. This is the sine function with 2 amplitude, plus 2 minus 2. So now we are adding these two. By combining this unit step function with sine function, the result will come like this, as shown in the figure. This is one function, this is second function. By combining these two functions, we will get this resultant function. Function means signal, resultant signal. This is the periodic signal. This is the periodic signal. Means for all values of the t, it is following the same sequence. But here unit step function is not a periodic signal because for t greater than 0 it following the same function, but t less than 0 it is the 0. Means at 0 the jump will be occurred. So this is the aperiodic signal x1 of t. x2 of t is periodic. By combining aperiodic signal and periodic signal in continuous time, we will see the resultant signal like this. In resultant signal, for t less than 0 it is a periodic signal, like means it's following the same function. But for t greater than 0 it jump into some other value and following the same sequence. So by seeing the overall signal, it is not a periodic signal. Means for t less than 0 it is taking some value, for t greater than 0 it is taking some other value. So by seeing this resultant graph, we can say that the resultant signal is not a periodic signal. So option C is not periodic signal. Option C also not periodic signal. Option A also not periodic signal. In similar way, option D, we will see the option D. In option D, it is the unit step function and minus 1 by 2. First signal is unit step function. Unit step function. And the signal 2 is negative DC minus 1 by 2. By adding these two, we will get this resulting signal. For t less than 0, it follows the minus 1 by 2. For t greater than 0, it following the plus 1 by 2. Means it is not a periodic signal because at t is equal to 0, jump will be occurred. Means different values at different timings. So it is not, the resultant signal is not periodic. Not periodic. So option D also not periodic. Option B is correct. Periodic signal. Thank you.